Well, there's a number of ways. It's a very it's a bit of an arcane system. It's part of the decentralization. We can make it complicated. You can send it to P.O.V. You can send it to Independent Lens, directly to PBS, to Kathy Lowe.
You can send it to NEDA, the service organization. You can send it to APT.
To American Public Television.
If it's about American history, you can try to send it to Mark Samuels at American Experience. You can send it to your local public television station, and they might want to come on board as your station presenter. It's a kind of a crazy maze, but the wonderful thing is there are a lot of different ways in.
Yeah, but you can look at all those different places and say, okay, this is more of an American Experience than it is a Frontline. There's this, in trying to narrow it down so you're hitting the right places. Because it is a pretty wide and diverse system.
And to be really honest, there are two series that really look for real, truly independent films, POV and Independent Lens. The other series occasionally acquire independent film, but most of the time they hire a filmmaker to make a film for them, and they use Frontline uses the same narrator, there's a format, American Experience, the same thing. They're independent filmmakers, but they're being used as work for hire. It's just a different model.
Right.
So if your film is already done, the chances are it's going to be more of a likely fit for these two series. If it was at the beginning of the process and you were making a great film about the Black Panthers, that would be a great thing to pitch to Mark Samuels at American Experience. ITVS spends a lot of time doing that. We have staff people who literally try to find anything that we fund and try to find station. We work very closely with David and the gang at Frontline and present to them the slate of films we fund and say, is there anything here that we can work with you on? And the same thing with Susan Lacey at American Masters and Mark at American Experience. So we definitely are constant. One of the first things I did when I started at ITVS was Goddaughter from Da Nang on American Experience. So that's something that ITVS is very, very actively working with. ITVS funds for the entire public television system. We have funded films for every series on PBS practically. So, and our job, when I started at ITVS, we used to joke we're the Steth Brommer approach. We want to get independence everywhere on PBS that we possibly can, including POV and then later Independent Lens. So absolutely, it's absolutely true. There are openings in those series. I don't want to disregard that they do take some independent work.